We're back. Time for another edition of the Carolina Insider Rapid Reactions Edition. Jones Angell, Adam Lucas here with you following Carolina's 70-50 win over Appalachian State. Tar Heels closed the non-conference portion of their season, now 9-3 overall. Nothing but ACC games scheduled from this point forward. And Adam, Carolina certainly did not get what it wanted nor play the way that it wanted on Saturday. Don't know if it was perfect tonight, but certainly good enough to get a win.
I think you got enough that everybody goes home feeling like they did something to help the Tar Heels win that game, although they didn't do everything perfectly. Armando Bacot, another double-double. Brady Manick, his first double-double. And I thought R.J. Davis was really good in the second half, just pushing that tempo, beating Appalachian State down the court a couple times. Are there some things to work on? Absolutely. That's what will happen once the Tar Heels take a little break for the holiday.
You're going to see an interview. Adam had the opportunity to speak to Armando Bacot after the game. I chatted with the head coach of the Tar Heels, Hubert Davis. You're going to hear from both of those gentlemen coming up in just a little bit. Adam, the buzzwords from Coach Davis here these last couple of days have been energy, effort, and toughness. He felt like that was lacking, and that's something that he didn't just want tonight. It's something that he is really trying to instill every single day with his team.
And that's more than just being physical or pushing someone around. It's having the toughness to defend your man and stop the ball or keep your man from getting into the lane. And boy, got a little nervous when those first couple Appalachian baskets were layups because it looked very familiar to Saturday. But the Tar Heels did tighten up defensively. They did communicate the way Hubert Davis wants them to on defense. And boy, they forced the Mountaineers into just a horrendous shooting performance.
Yeah, just 4 of 30 from three-point range for Appalachian State. Second worst ever against Carolina with 30 or more attempts from behind the three-point arc. Quickly, Adam, before we get to these interviews, Carolina's bench played an important role tonight, it felt like. Carolina subbed a little bit more freely, at least early in the game. Felt like Justin McCoy gave Carolina some good minutes. Kerwin Walton came off the bench after not playing in the first half and probably had his best stretch since the Charleston game.
And it seems like Anthony Harris has solidified that role as first reserve off the bench. Great to see Kerwin Walton knock in a couple of three-pointers after passing up one early in his stint. You'll hear Hubert Davis talk and Armando Bacot talk about how important that is both for him individually and for the Tar Heels as a team.
Let's get to Coach Davis and Armando Bacot. We'll be back to wrap it up after this on the Carolina Insider. Tar Heels Hubert, he's the one you want to hear from, not me, as we're inside the Continental Tire Coach's Corner. Coach, I know Saturday was a frustrating day, disappointing day. Carolina bounces back with a nice win. What did you think of your team's effort this evening?
Well, I was really happy with from a defensive standpoint. At the beginning of the game, we were giving too many points in the paint. I didn't feel like we were physical in terms of boxing out, and we just weren't talking and running back with a sense of emergency in transition defense. And then we started to pick it up a lot of part of the first half, and the second half was great. Appalachian State, they got some dynamic guards that can really shoot the ball from the outside, and it felt like in the second half, the entire game we did a really good job at contesting their threes, but we kept them out of the paint, and we did a better job boxing out, rebounding, and then when we do that, then that allows us to get in transition. And with the scores and the shooters that we have, we're really good when we're running in transition.
What have you asked from your team these last couple of days coming off of Saturday?
I've told them that one of the things that they have to have is you always have to be clothed with energy, effort, and toughness. Like that's non-negotiable. I mean, every time that you step on the floor, your energy and your effort and your toughness has to be present there. And in order to be the best player that you can be in anything that you do in life, you have to bring that every day, whether it's shoot around, pick up, practice, or a game. And so I challenged them before the game. I said, everybody says that, to make that a habit, make anything a habit, you have to do it 30 days. And I said, you give energy, effort, and toughness for 30 days straight. And I'm so confident that it'll become a habit, but you'll look back and see that it's of great benefit to bring that every day.
Coach Armando Bacot, another double-double. Brady Manick with his first double-double as a Tar Heel. R.J. Davis played well as well with 15. But I want to ask you about Kerwin Walton. Kerwin's struggled a little bit here early in the season, did not play in the first half today, but comes in, hit a couple shots, and seemed like he played well in those 15 minutes that he played in half number 2.
I was really happy for him. He has struggled over the last month, and last year he was a big-time player for us, and he's a big-time player for us this year. And it was awesome seeing him hit a couple threes because every time he shoots, I think it's going in. And you could see when the first one went in, we called a second play right away just to get him the basketball. And I was just really happy to see some of his shots fall in. Even the ones that he missed, he was aggressive, and I was happy with that. But I thought he did a terrific job defensively. One of the things for our team is we switched 1 through 4. That's something that we've never done this year. And the way that Appalachian State runs their offense, we couldn't play defensively our normal way. We had to switch 1 through 4, and at times we had to switch everything. They were able to adjust throughout the game, and I was really proud of them. And for Kerwin to come in the second half and to play the way that he did, I really felt like he gave life to our team. You saw the bench when his first one went in, everybody stood up, and the second one, I feel like the whole building stood up because they love when Kerwin shoots the ball.
Coach, what's next now for your team? Final game until December 29th. What's the schedule now for your guys?
Well, we give them, 4 days off. They haven't been home since sometime in the summer. They didn't get a chance to go home during Thanksgiving, so this is an opportunity for them to spend uninterrupted, unhurried time with family and friends, which is much needed, also for the coaches as well. And so, but I told them to enjoy their time over the next 4 days, but be ready to come back, to get back to work. Really excited when we come back. We start full ACC season and against a really good Virginia Tech team that has experience and dynamic players. And I'm excited to get started, but I'm also looking forward to a little break as well.
Carolina will head into that break with a 20-point victory tonight and improve to 9-3 overall. Coach, congratulations on the win. Look forward to talking with you again in the near future.
All right. Thank you very much, Jones.
All right, guys, that's Hubert Davis. Back to you courtside.
Alongside Mr. Double-Double, Armando Bacot, after another double-double in the win Tuesday night against Appalachian State. Mondo, more solid, well-rounded effort today than Saturday. What was the difference?
We all just put an emphasis on just being janitors. That's something that Coach emphasized with us all week. We don't need to try to be the CEO of a company or CFO. We just all need to be janitors and just come do the dirty stuff and just come do our job every day. What
was the dirty stuff that wasn't being done?
Well, we just needed to just box out more, be more physical, be in help, just following all the principles offensively and defensively, just showing effort.
You mentioned playing physically. These were a physical last couple days of practice. What were these last couple days like?
Man, it was rigorous, just bloody noses, guys getting banged up. It was a tough few days, but, we definitely growed a lot.
Why did this team need that?
Just sometimes in basketball, you just get complacent and you're just happy where you're at. And I think we just kind of got fat and happy. We're on a little winning streak, but we needed that just to turn around and to make us better for later on in the season.
Now that you're back on the winning side, how do you prevent from getting fat and happy again looking forward down the road?
Just being janitors.
Okay. Typically don't like talking about other guys, but Kerwin Walton finally gets to see it go in the basket. What do you think that does for him, and how does that help the team if he's able to be that guy?
It's huge. If Kerwin can get rolling, we can really be a scary team. He's a guy that every team has to put on their game plan, and you can't help off of him. So him just producing at that level, and if we can just get him going even more and more, we can really be a scary team. And, we need him. He's a big-time player, and I'm just glad that he got to get it a little bit going and he get a little break for Christmas break and he come back in the new year, and we'll see a lot more Kerwin.
Nothing but conference games left after this break. What are some areas to focus on once you're able to go home and then come back and practice and get ready for Virginia Tech?
Say just fixing all our mistakes. How conference play is. These teams, they do a lot of scouting. We play most teams twice, and then we got them in the tournament too. And they kind of know how each team is every year because, play each other every year. So we just got to, fix our mistakes and not let those continue and just sharpen up on our offense and defense.
What's the number one item on Mondo's Christmas list?
Money. You got to have money. That's the best.
Only get Mondo gift cards and cash. Exactly. And double-doubles, as he got another one in the win over Appalachian. Mondo, congratulations.
Holiday break now for the Tar Heels. They host Virginia Tech on December 29th. And Adam, good time for a break, it feels like.
Everybody get a little break and then come back. 19 conference games in a row. Carolina's got a chance to make some noise in the ACC.
That is December 29th at 7 o'clock in the Smith Center the next time the Heels are in action. Have a wonderful holiday. Thanks for being with us here on the Carolina Insider.